Well, how it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. It's Tuesday, which means we're playing Terraform. I am so very excited. It's just your mouth, Shane. We're just getting... There you go.
All the smiles.
I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to be doing a little recap, and then we're going to get to the players and stuff like that, and then we'll be diving right in. But first, I've got some announcements. One! I'm going to be at Gen Con through the amazing Crit Awards, and Ivy, aka Game Raider Girl. I will be running a game on Friday midday at one of the premium spots, and I'm very, very excited. And new information about that will be coming out. Also, I've been asked to speak at Indie Comic Con through Nomad, so I'm wigging out. All sorts of stuff is lining up for Feff, and I'm very excited. The newest announcement for the long shot table is that it's two things. One, Quincy from Quincy's Tavern has joined Void Scourge, and it's he's playing a Tarotmancer. He's playing an interesting deck of many things based bard warlock, and it's from the Book of Many, one of the newest books that came out for D&D. And so feel free to show up on Saturday. As you know, we have 3 weekly streamed campaigns here at the Long Shot Table. There you are, Quincy. Yeah. And last but not least, me and Ben are rubbing our brain molecules together a little bit and cooking up this Terraform campaign into a world template book. We're just now cooking it, so don't expect it anytime soon. But we are putting our feelers out and kind of exploring that area and developing an idea. And I'm very excited and frankly honored. That's kind of it for announcements. If you like our campaigns and you want to see more and catch up and see previous campaigns and some of the summer series, you can head over to the YouTube Jake and Feffers. And of course, we have a phenomenal cast and community over at the Discord if you would like to vibe there as well. I've got all of your faces in the wrong spots. I tried to do it from memory like a silly goose. I got
Get in the pond. Get.
There we go. All right, excellent. And I'll do the recap now. A well-oiled machine. Excellent. The party arrived in the port city of Vrain, just south of the Grips. The Grips being this island mountain range infested with pirates and whirlpools. Eshna, tracking a magic item collected by the Magebreakers, believes that they have a secret location based in the Grips. That is what has brought us here. Half the party went into town where they met an NPC named Wilhelm Ken Salmonham, which got to be Tex, aka the Idiot Archive. He came and guested for a bit. A kooky wizard who was looking after the good people of Vrain, come to find he was making consistent wisdom saving throws against madness. The party discovered he worked for a wizard in the Grips named Lady Matisse, and that they could save poor Wilhelm by returning him to Lady Matisse's tower, because we had planned on kind of like slow revealing this insanity check that he kept having to make, but he failed it like on the second try. So that episode was a little crazy as we just threw out all of the murder mystery one-shot thing I had cooked and went right to the main plot. After some convoluted finagling, Lady Matisse opened a portal, which most people can't do right now, to her tower, and the party followed Wilhelm through the portal. Wilhelm returned to sanity, vouched for the party members, who were given leave to stay in the tower until they are ready to head out. Lady Matisse, a bit aloof. The overall vibe was essentially that Lady Matisse was very focused on how the universe worked in the astral realm, and made it kind of clear that she wasn't interested in current events, and a little more detached than most people would normally be. But you know, wizards are wizards, and this one is level 20, so they get a little kooky as they get higher in level. I mean, you know, look at Thylo. Which brings us to our fantastic... Dude, I stand by it. You're a weirdo. Thylo is odd, man.
Wow.
It's far too early in the evening for such open hostility, but okay.
That said, let us go to our cast and crew, our fantastic Critfail. Jake, would you like to start us off?
Well, hello. I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, and I play Anarian, the fallen Ismar cleric of the Twilight Domain. He has wandered around following Thylo and this crazy wizard who just dropped to the floor and started eating rocks. And is like, man, what the heck? Met another kooky wizard and played with a crystal ball that he shouldn't have, and his mind kind of broke a little bit, but it was also kind of broken anyway, so it's okay. And now he's chilling. Big chilling. Ben.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Ben Brainard. You can find me on the internet. I'm playing Thylo Match. He's an Order of Scribes wizard, and also a little bit of a fighter, but mostly a thinker. I want to find my dad. Shane.
Hi, I'm Shane Whalley. It's nice to meet you. I'm currently playing Lorwyn, the Dragon Rider Outrider, with his best friend Sonori. We are just going for the ride with these bunch of Pope people. We were invited to fly, and that was all it took. Just living the life that he apparently has been thrown into. You can find me everywhere by Shane Whalley. On Twitch, you can find me as Shane Wall-E. And I'll pass this over to Dorky.
I'm a dorky cosplayer, and big surprise, I do cosplay stuff pretty much on all of the platforms. You can find me there. I play the Storm Genasi Levy. She is a warlock monk, and she also wants to find her dad. So, sorta, kinda, it's a mixed emotion. But we're all about finding all the fathers. So, yeah, and I will pass it to Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Ann Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor Ann Tracy. I am the writer and game master of the LARP Heinefall. We just hosted our biggest expedition weekends that we ever had a couple weekends ago in January in Austin, and we are hosting our Festival of Champions up and towards the Dallas area in March. Check us out at heinefall.com. It's an awesome LARP. It's a great community. We have a lot of fun. We like to hit each other with foam swords. It's great. I play Eshna, the Kalishtar druid. She is also looking for Levy's dad, aka her husband. Levy is not her daughter. If you don't know the drama there, go watch the old episodes. It's fun. She didn't know either. So there's a great can of worms to open up there. That's it. I'm looking for that, and I'm trying to get Levy situated in the world to hopefully reascend into becoming a star. So that's where I am. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, here's the weather. No. Okay. Thylo, Lorwyn, and Anarian have already traversed to the wizard tower. Eshna and Lavina Vetra. The two of you have spent a little bit of time this morning on board the ship of the Crooked End, and after setting up the ship getting ready to head off, you find yourself in the city of Vrain. Do you guys want to get any accommodations or anything like that out of the way?
I'm always down for whatever the nicest accommodations around are. Hopefully, usually one attached to a bar. So if we can put on a show in the evening, that'd be great.
I love that. There is the nicest one that you can kind of find after asking around a little bit is known as the fickle moon.
Ooh, I like that.
Same.
Speaking of the moon, because because the interesting event with the Thylo seeing the moon change, we had to decanonize because he just teleported. Why don't we go ahead and do that now? Levy or Eshna, which one of you would like to roll a d12?
Taylor.
Okay.
I don't know. You said my full name and I'm scared now. So like
I am also scared. How about to 10?
A 10. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
It's
yeah,
still-
I don't feel any better.
It's still early morning, and the moon does that thing it does every now and then, where the 12-sided moon that is in the sky shifts over the course of a couple of hours. This moon, in comparison to our moon, is much closer, and so can often be seen in the daytime sky. As the two of you are getting things settled, go ahead and mark off 5 gold as you get yourself settled up with the tavern keep.
Each or
5 total.
Did we get any discounts for our performance or earn any money?
Roll, Levy, a persuasion check with the barkeep. It
can
is
I
this.
help?
Yes, you may.
Yay!
It is this very, very, very
Guidance.
old halfling. Oh man. Advantage and
Discount,
guidance.
discount.
It is a very, very old halfling who kind of has to lean on this cane and is currently around the bar, kind of just talking to the two of you while you're sitting at your table.
25.
Oh, man, all right. Well, we haven't had a nice, good troop come through in quite a while, and if you're all willing to be so kind as to do some performing arts for us, I think it'd go a long way, especially with the Festival of the Frog coming up so soon. I think we can make that work. Let's say 3 gold. And we'll call ourselves square until the end of the festival.
That sounds fair. I'll push over 3 gold from my bag, so don't worry about marking anything off. What is the Festival of the Frog? Can you tell us more about that?
Well, the Festival of the Frog is based off of a strange belief that some of the folks around here have about a nearby pond. The pond is completely empty and a waterfall feeds into it. In your mind, while you are having this conversation, a presence looms in. It doesn't immediately say anything.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't immediately say anything, but you both sense the presence as if someone just turned towards you while you were sneaking around at night trying to, trying to raid the fridge.
I immediately start singing like the most annoying song in my head, just just to try and like, if someone's in my head, no, they want out.
Just constant like talking, like thoughts, constant like ADHD style thoughts of.
I like her skirt. I want alcohol. No, food sounds good. Oh, look at the ceiling.
They agreed that the frog thing is weird too. Like
And then the frog appeared, and that's why we call it the Festival of the Frog.
So there was a pond, and a frog showed up in the pond.
Yes. You seem to have missed a bit. Sorry, let me
sorry.
reiterate the sense of being watched begins to solidify. All of these kind of reverb. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast a flock of familiars, and I'm gonna have 3 little bar mice pop out from underneath my dress.
Okay.
And as he is again telling the story of the pond, the mice are just and I'm just like popping from eyes to eyes to see if anyone's looking at us.
Okay. He's on his second roll through of this very boring story. And he's starting to like get a little nervous because mice just came out from under your dress.
No,
And,
secretly! Stealthy mice! Stealthy mice!
In the bar. We're on the other side of
They're
the
bar mice, and my dress goes all the way to the ground, sir.
Alright.
He is short and old. Are you thinking his eyesight's that good? I
I'm
think
thinking
not.
he's
We
eye
are
level
two.
with the table.
We are two very enrapturing women. His eyes are not looking away.
I'm gonna roll a perception check.
So I gotta ask, does it feel like being the beginnings of being charmed or frightened?
It seems like someone is politely making their presence known and waiting to speak with you. But it's
Does it feel
some
familiar?
very powerful entity, and it does not feel familiar. In fact, it doesn't feel linear.
Like it's not on this plane?
You're
What do you
not
mean,
sure.
linear?
Make an Arcana check.
12
Is it?
plus... not plus. Minus 1. 11.
11. It's as if it keeps having
don't
just
know why.
happened. What? Oh, it's as if it has.
I'm
it's
wondering how her
consistently
Arcana
having
is worse
just
than mine.
happened.
Does it feel similar to like when Thylo or one of us tries to do some telepathy stuff, but like it doesn't feel like Thylo, but like it's a similar.
Similar, but there's extra bits. There's
Okay.
new sensations as well.
Interesting.
But regardless, this person has breezed past your mental fortitudes and hasn't done anything yet.
Don't like that.
And-
Do my mice see anything?
Your mice
Sorry, I
don't
don't
see
wanna give it
anything,
Dang
and the halfling of the fickle moon has not noticed the mice. I rolled a 2, so he's just kind of on tippy toe trying to lean up on this walker. This walking cane he's got, and he's just going on and on about the proud city of Rain, which is barely a city if we're being honest. The only reason it's around and so prolific is because of the nearby mine, and somehow that's incorporated into the story of the Festival of the Frog, but you genuinely wouldn't know how. And that's when the frog appeared.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Oh, I can't wait for the festival.
I look forward to hearing how you liked it very much, and I will see you tonight for your performance. I'll be letting people know that you're going to do it.
Oh, thank you very much.
So
Yes, dear.
in my head, I want to try and communicate like a message to
Okay.
see if like how if they're reading my mind or like just probing. Like I'm trying to figure it out. So she's gonna go. It's very rude to probe into somebody's mind before you at least buy a girl a drink. You might as well come over here and buy me a drink.
A female voice responds. I am sorry, you looked busy. I did not want to interrupt, but I did want to make myself known. Snooping is a deplorable habit of mine, I am afraid.
I can relate, but like I said, I do believe a drink is in order, no?
Tell you what, I've got some of your friends here. And I would very much like to get you that drink, but I would have to bring you to me. I can also vouchsafe for their safety if you would need so.
Is this a threat?
Not at all. It is an invitation, and I guess a drink.
Gonna lean over to Eshta and relay what has been told. I can't tell if it's like no, it's not a threat, it's a promise, like kind of bad situation, or if it's like a genuine, like good.
Well, the only way to find out is to find out, I guess.
Plus, we're gonna get a drink though.
Oh, wonderful. Then great. Let's go.
All right.
So what do you say in response?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
In the middle of this busy tavern, a portal, a small sparkler of light appears until it forms an archway, and a blue midnight color begins to fill in that doorway that appears before you. And a lot of people stop and kind of look nervous. They seem to know what this is.
Whoa, what is that? I say to the old guy.
The halfling comes over and goes, oh, miss, that would be the Lady of the Grips. You should be aware that she is quite dastardly and cunning.
I'm just gonna pop into Levy's head and I'll be like, the Grips is kind of our destination. Sounds like a shortcut to me.
This is true, but should we get our 3 gold back? Since we're not going to be back tonight?
I will distract him.
If
you get
need
it.
to be back tonight, you will be.
Oh.
Do we need to, though?
I mean, we promised a show. We have a
That's
reputation. Is it okay?
We will need... I don't know how to talk to you. We will be back tonight.
Okay.
No,
I'll tap activate.
Well, good luck. He's trying to be accommodating to a culture he does not understand. He's just
Girl,
a
I
sweet
guess
old man. He likes chowder.
I'm not talking to you.
That's all the notes I've got. Is that he likes chowder.
I'm gonna send my 3 little mice through the portal first.
Okay,
Oh,
you
at the
immediately
same
lose
time,
connection
like
with
not
them.
thinking, arm goes through.
Okay.
What goes through?
My arm,
Your
and I'm
arm.
doing this.
Your arm goes through, and the rest of you follows. You watch
No!
the blue, purpling, swirling sensation, Eshna, begin to quickly move over the arm, across the shoulders, across the face, and Levy, you have the almost... I don't think you've ever been petrified in this campaign, but it feels kind of like what you imagine that to feel like, and I'll explain what's actually happening in a second.
I don't think I've been petrified in any campaign, but yeah, sure. No, you did me. I got stabbed and shish kebabbed enough last time. No.
All right, Eshna, you watch as Levy dematerializes into the portal.
Okay. I know I had a very que sera attitude about let's go, but it's like just jumping right into the portal, and I'm just reprimanding her as I'm walking into the portal.
All the tenants of the fickle moon look in fear, and you see a few gestures of good luck and warding away evil and such.
I turn around right before entering, and we're like, "We are your entertainments tonight. We'll see you later."
There's a brief moment when the two of you are gone, and the old man watches the portal fizzle out, and he goes, "Well, it's a free 3 gold, all right." And he walks away, and everyone else nervously returns to what they're doing. All right, the two of you have the jarring sensation of being frozen in time. Your minds are linear, and you're having one thought after another. You can't really move too easily, but you find yourselves in this beautifully ornate tower. Black and white marbling on the floor, and a couple of statues here and there, some floating weir lights. You can see some, well, you can't see them, but you can see the evidence of some unseen servants moving about, as Anarian, Thylo, and Lorwyn all come down some steps, and accompanying them is this old dude who just looks disheveled, and you can see he's got like, he's kind of balding on top, but he's got like long hair kind of jutting out on the sides, and kind of a dirty mage cloak, and he's kind of got this odd gait as he walks and goes, "Oh, they're down here. Oh, we found them. This is good. This is good. You watch as he steps over and speaks to no one. And then the sensation stops and you have access to your faculties once more.
I hated that.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Speaking of
Hello.
strange, hi.
Hi.
Who are
everyone.
you?
I'm Wilhelm Can Salmonham.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
No, really, who are you?
That's my name.
Wow. Say that 10 times fast. Okay.
Wilhelm Can Salmonham.
Oh,
wow, you did it.
It's mine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do come in. I apologize that your gracious host is not here to greet you in person. Her mind is in a bit different ways right now as she's looking after the changing of the moon. She is very invested in the astral the celestial bodies of the sky and thinks it has many different tests. Yes, Thilo.
Oh, just meta question.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Would the party of fellas, would the guys, would the dudes have been here long enough to see this happen or to know that this is a thing?
This is right after Anarian grabbed the seeing stone. Wilhelm would have perked up and ushered you guys down to the same place where you guys showed up. This bottom floor. You guys also are in like maybe an inch or two of ocean water, all along this nice marbled floor. And you can hear the loud rushing of what you can only assume is a whirlpool outside. Couple of things you should know. We are moving about. Yes, we are indeed here. In the flesh, however, time has in fact stopped. Inside the tower, time is frozen. So when
Why?
you leave eventually, assuming you will, time will not have passed.
How
And in
is
my
she-
experience, people should be told.
How is she overseeing the changing of the moon if in the tower the moon would not be moving for it to be changing?
Because it's moving out there. And we are able to peer out into the world. Do come in,
Okay.
come in. Wipe your feet.
Yeah, this place
Wipe
makes
my
no
feet
sense.
where? No, there's water everywhere.
I look around.
I would
my
like to
three
see the
little
changing of the moon.
familiars are like
I
going
suggest
into.
raiding the wine cabinet upstairs.
I'm sorry. I would very much like to meet our host, as she did promise to give
Did
me a
promise
drink.
drinks.
Oh, well, that is kind indeed. I am sure that when she is finished up with whatever it is that she is doing, it being quite important, she will make herself available at the earliest convenience. In the meantime, I'm Wilhelm Can Salmonham, and if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. We also have access to a really cool seeing stone. That's quite diverting. I spend all my time in it. Yes, Thilo.
Can I watch the changing of the moon?
Sure. Come.
Yeah,
come,
me
come,
too,
come, come,
please.
come. Yes. Follow me. The party kind of moves about.
Squish, squash, squish, squash.
Yeah, Levy like very irritably is like taking off the little like ballet shoes she does sometimes wear. It's just like, this is stupid. Like,
Indeed, the walls themselves to the outside, not every wall, but a lot of them just have running water on the running ocean salt water on the sides. And as you move about, this place is huge, and you would easily become lost if you weren't careful, or have some way of making sure that you wouldn't be lost. It seems that there's just infinite floors, and even though you can see the stairs going up and around to the next floor, you don't see a ceiling ever. It just keeps going upwards. There's all sorts of weird shenanigans going on in this tower.
can I take, just as we're going through, I kind of want to take special note of the water. Just if
Okay.
there's any changes, anything outside of the norm for how water behaves, ocean water.
Okay.
Just
Excellent. I will let you know if something out of out of spot shows up.
Last question.
Yeah, buddy.
Since time doesn't move outside the tower, how long have we been in the tower, and have we gotten a long rest since last episode?
Say yes, you've gotten a long rest.
Nice. They have spells again, guys.
Good job.
We did
That
it.
must be nice.
I'm scared why you didn't have spells, but okay.
Because I cast spells, Dorky.
Why did you need to?
I'm an adventurer. It's in my blood.
Jake's
It
got sass
defines
today.
who I am.
Can I try, as we're walking, I want to try and just shove my hand into the wall.
Into the wall, like bonk.
Like the water wall.
Okay.
Like the...
It's marble underneath the cascading water.
Oh, okay, so I hit the...
Yeah, you would touch
Aw.
cold stone. You touch cold stone, and salt water kind of flows over your hand and wrist.
Aw.
Did what?
Your
Yeah.
friends managed to help me.
Flicks it on you.
Your friend, as
Glad to be of
Wilhelm is
service.
as Wilhelm is bringing you guys up to the room with the seeing stone, he goes, "Your friends," to Eshna and Levy, "were very helpful for me. I like to drop into Vrain every now and then, but I had a bit of an accident." As he you can see his tongue rubs over his now chipped tooth, and he goes, "But your friends were kind enough to take good care of me and make sure that I got back here where my sanity is intact."
He ate rocks.
I ate rocks.
So
That's
many
what he's
rocks.
referring to when he says, I had a little accident.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've had worse.
Tyler, that tends to happen to older people with age. Like they
I'm
kinda-
not that old.
That's why I had to cast spells. I had to stop him from eating rocks with
is-
magic.
And they were quite helpful, and I'm quite grateful.
I wanted to let him.
He is not
Yes,
a
well.
science experiment, Tylo.
Everyone is if you're doing science.
Well, I'm glad you didn't eat rocks, Mr. Ham,
Wilhelm, thank you. I appreciate
Mr. Willie Ham.
Oh. And what was your name, dear?
Will Ham, Can, Sam, Bam,
You were quite close. And what is your name?
Levy.
Levy. Well, it's nice to meet you. And you, dear?
Oh, I am Eshna.
Ashna, I've never had the opportunity to meet one of your kind. I've always heard such phenomenal stories, and you currently have makeup on.
Oh.
And so you're not exactly sure how Wilhelm, Can, Sam, and Ham managed to perfectly, or at least he knows something. You're not sure exactly what, but homie weird.
Of Levy's or mine? Because we're both odd
in this case, you,
species.
Eshna.
Oh,
Yeah, because you appear like an elf, right? Is an elf that you typically
Kalishtar?
Kalistars
Kalishtar, yeah.
Kalistars look kind of elf-like. My blue form is odd even for a Kalistar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it is rare when people notice a Kalistar. It's been a long time since I've met someone that knows my people.
Of course, the Kalistar have a beautiful history, and a bit of a sad one if you go far back enough.
Yes, well, that could be said about many.
This is true. To the moon! As he turns and slaps a hand on the seeing stone, dramatically pulling the sheet away and slapping a hand down upon it. And you watch
Instantly slaps his own hand on.
Don't do that!
Anarian will reach out and grab her hand to stop her. Like, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
And Levy, I assume you're allowing him to intercept you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And he goes, oh.
Trust me, you don't want to do that.
This made me sane. but it tends to unsane others if they don't know what they're doing or inexperienced. I apologize. I should have given less panache and emphasized the dangers of seeing stones. Regardless, he puts a hand down and he watches as his eyes and mouth turn a bright white light as he projects the moon into the upper reaches of the of this room that you're in, and you can see the 12-sided moon as an illusion appearing above the sky, appearing in the room as he sees it. Thylo, you take a ponder.
Oh, yeah.
All right, roll Arcana. Eshna, you notice that the side that is currently facing this realm is one that you are intimately familiar with.
Okay, what side? Is it my side?
Yep. If I remember correctly, it is the 10th side or the 9th side,
Yeah.
I think you said. The 10th side?
I thought it was the 10th side. Well,
Sorry.
I rolled the 10,
Yes, the 10th side.
but that's mine and Mirskai's side.
It's the one, yes, the one where he has to call it a summer home would be an understatement. It's more of an empty realm full of unseen servants and the like, and starlings, and maybe the occasional frequent guest and the like. You don't see any of that though. You just see the moon face, as it is, as you know, it is magically hidden away.
Sure.
Thyla, Arcana check.
I rolled a 14.
14, okay. Sorry, I gotta think about how I say this.
There was something I was gonna attempt to do right before this, if you'll allow it. I wanted to ask Wilhelm if I could go in with him, and if so, I was gonna cast Intellect Fortress on myself.
Go ahead and ask him.
Wilhelm, can I go in with you?
It might be dangerous and detrimental to your beautiful mind. You have so much ahead of you, my friend.
There's a lot going on in there now already anyway. But maybe I have something for this. I'm gonna open the notebook, the spell book, just start flipping through it.
Your spellbook?
This will work. What was that?
Your spellbook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
And is this the spellbook?
I mean,
I know it's
it
hidden.
has the. But yeah,
Okay.
it's the only one I have.
Levy?
Wait, if you're gonna do that, then I want to. I have a thing. Hang on. Look, I just read it.
Okay.
Where to go? Not that. Oh. Can I? Will you let me see through your senses, Philo? Using Gaze of Two Minds.
Will this hurt her if she's doing that?
Maybe, yes.
Well, can't you just do the little dilly bob you're gonna do on me?
I like the way you say words.
Okay. Hey, how about
It's a science experiment.
Yep, and I'm the experiment this time. And if it goes well, then maybe.
That's what the sirens told me. All right, let's do this thing.
Always get to have all the fun.
He's saying there's
He has
danger,
to be
but he's not
willing. He
stopping
has
you.
to be willing. for me to do
Philo?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Currently unwilling to let you into my own brain.
All right. Philo, read me the spell.
Intellect Fortress. For the duration, you or one willing creature you can see within range has resistance to psychic damage as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Okay. Your funeral, buddy. Let's do this.
Is that the voice of God?
All right. He lays a hand on the seeing stone. What do you do?
I want to touch his shoulder.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, I have advantage on those right now.
Mm-hmm.
And oh boy, I'm gonna need it.
This is the first wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Okay, nice.
It was
very
a 2 first, but now
good. Good thing you cast that spell.
Oh,
Okay, well, so from the time stopped room that you're in, you cast your mind into the world. In a very strange sense, you see, at first you almost see the astral realm trying to mirror about the pain, and then you watch as Wilhelm kind of zooms in a bit, and you can see just this grassy field, and then the vision looks up into the moon, and you watch as Wilhelm almost snatches the moon in your vision and presents it to the party inside this room. Again, this is all an illusion. Make another wisdom saving throw.
Come on. Okay, it's a 9 in the first one.
Mr. Willie, can you hear us right now?
Yes, you sound like reversed reverb. It's like
That is a
Howard.
15.
15. Okay, roll a d100 for me.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Okay, while I'm setting that up, could you tell them what happened to the Thursday campaign?
So he about to roll a madness. And on Thursday, our beloved offbeat outlaw got a fun little character flaw of murder and tried to kill the party. So this should be fun.
What'd you get on the d100 roll, brother?
64. I'm also using new dice, and I'm now realizing how genuinely difficult it is to read the numbers on them.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
They're lime green dice with lime
Oh
green
gosh,
numbers.
yeah.
Yep.
Pretty though.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Philo has inspo. Should have been a little
late.
faster, chat. I'll let you pick, Ben. Which do you like more, your sense of sight or your sense of hearing?
Which do I like more?
Yeah. Which
But-
is
okay,
a
well, let me
layered
ask you-
question in and of itself.
You can talk to everybody in your head.
It's true.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you whether or not telepathy required actual hearing.
Nope.
Well, then I don't need to hear.
That's not the question I asked. I said, which do you like more?
Oh no. Wait, it might be a trick question.
I like to see more.
Okay. As you're watching this, you have a jarring disconnect, and everyone watches, except Laurowyn, who notices that Sonari is up to something, and I'll get to that in a second. You have a disconnect as everything in your ears is coming in reversed and backwards. So like this sounds like it's over here and inverted in some way, shape, or
Aw.
form. and it's very disorienting. It would have been easier if you were just deafened, but this is jarring, and it makes you a little mad. Lorwyn.
Hello.
I can figure this out.
You look over, and Sonari, who's got the good eyes, is currently piecing together some kind of information. And as you notice her, that draws her attention to you. And she kind of sidles over to you and points at a small spot in the ceiling, and it takes you a second to notice it. But after the ceiling gets high enough, way up there, there's this warping. You can see this warble in the air, like the air above a fire that kind of wobbles. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. It's up there, and it seems to be getting bigger.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it. Can I see anything from it just from now, or just only as you described me? Like without doing a perception check or anything right now, just as this is just what you. What
as is described, it's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger?
Yeah.
I'm going to. How far would you say it is from me?
It's hard to say because you have this strange optical illusion of the ceiling keeps going up until it's a pinprick. Even though there's more floors above you that you've seen before, you've walked up a couple of floors, and yet here you are.
Okay, I don't know what to roll for this. Do I do like a perception check to see if I can see what's going on?
I'm gonna say that you, well, okay, let's roll a, yeah, roll perception.
27. 27.
It's beginning to turn into a humanoid that is slowly lowering down.
Okay. I look to Sonari and then immediately broadcast the thought, there's above us a warping, kind of looks like a human. Oid.
Party looks up in time to see the warbling air kind of turn into a face, as if a person underwater is unable to break the surface tension of the water. You know what I mean? Until finally a hand reaches through, and you watch as Lady Matisse apparates.
Ah, hello. Okay.
And she slowly floats down, gently alighting onto the floor. This woman, human, about 6.5 feet tall, and stacked. The shoulders very broad, very muscular in tone. Even through the mage cloak and the mage garb, that's kind of tight fitting, and so you can see the muscles shift underneath the cloth. And in all of your minds, is this everyone? This merry band?
These are who I came with, so I would say yes.
Might you know then who this is? And she holds up a sea urchin.
That looks like a sea urchin.
I found a druid trying to find purchase into mine tower, and so I polymorphed him into a sea urchin.
He have a barnacle on his head.
Maybe. Do you know who this is? Not easily does someone get into my tower of light.
Wait, so we can all see her or just Lorwyn?
Everyone can see her.
Oh.
Oh, she okay. I didn't know she was
Okay.
addressing us as a whole.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's my point. It's like, it says everyone who's here.
Yes, he assisted us in our travels to get to Vrain on our way, and he was very helpful. With some
Helpful
sea
were
monsters.
you?
How do you know it's that druid, though?
He's not a druid anymore. He's a sea urchin.
See, we would need him to not be a sea urchin to know who it is and whether or not we know them.
Well, I'll cast.
I can't tell the characteristics in sea urchin form.
I will cast Speak with Animals on myself. And I will ask the sea urchin. What was the character's name?
Tyne.
Tyne. Tyne, is that you, bud?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Help, please.
Okay, right on that, but it's absolutely Tyne. Do you want to tell me why you were sneaking into the Nice Wizard's Tower?
I was coming to get you guys. I thought you had been taken.
Oh, that's so sweet. He says he was coming to get us because he thought we had been taken. I'm so sorry. He was just trying to assist us. He has assisted us before.
Ashna, roll an insight.
Okie dokie.
On Lady
light.
Matisse.
It's good that
Oh.
you did this. I could have become a snack later.
Oh.
Sonari goes,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Insight. 13.
13.
Yeah.
There is a cold aloofness in her eyes, and she was you get the vibe that she was just gonna snuff this person out.
Oh, for sure.
And then happened to think that, hey, maybe they're affiliated, and maybe I would be doing the party downstairs a disservice.
Oh yeah. No, I got that with the whole hey random person thing. Sea urchin.
Fine.
Glad you got that. I didn't get that.
Yeah, I was like, that's that. He's ours. I apologize on his
She
behalf.
hands you the sea urchin gently.
Could
Could you turn him back?
yes that.
You watch as she flippantly casts the or allows the polymorph to end.
Ow, hand, ow.
And the sea urchin,
Pull a tine out of my hand.
yeah, right. Just had that on hand. Or in hand.
It's a porcupine quill.
That's awesome. A very shaken Tyne reemerges and he goes, oh man. Oh, thank you. I'll be over here. I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah.
He kind of goes to one side of the room where he calmly freaks out. Because what's
I've just
funny,
been turned into a cow. Can I go home?
what's great
Turn
about
me into a newt.
when you
I got
wild shape
that.
into a sea urchin, you still have your mind. If you're polymorphed into a sea urchin, you lose the mind and you just become sea urchin brain.
I'm glad the sea urchin brain still knew his name.
For now, it might have. After a little while, it might have lost it. And he just kind of collects himself. He kind of leans into the seawater that is slowly trickling down the sides of the walls, and he just finds a calmness there and begins to look around. Well, I see you have an interest in the moon. I was just finishing up one of my studies. Is this why you have come here?
How did your study go?
Investigations are ongoing. I still have yet to determine how the moon moves so violently and how the intervals line up.
Is there ever a peaceful shift?
Not that I've recorded. For such a large celestial entity to move so quickly, it must be something impressive indeed.
How many times have you seen it?
Shift.
Shift. That's a good word for it.
You see her look to the side for a minute. 7,342 times now.
That's a good sample size. How many times has it been on the same? How many different faces have you seen it land on?
You see her go from kind of an disinterested face to a little more of a bemused face at your interest, and she goes, "Sorry, what was how many times have you seen the same face?"
No. How many different faces have you seen it land on?
Oh, I've
Are
seen
you
all
able
of
to
them.
discern that?
And they all look slightly different.
Is there a number?
12. 12 sides to our good moon. I believe my current theory is that it is not our original moon.
How can you tell the sides apart?
By looking quite
They look a little bit
closely.
different.
Okay.
So what brings you to believe that this is not the original moon? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of a solid response.
I'm trying to. I'm still trying to be like polite to her. That's I forgot to do that. That's all.
Yeah, and she definitely notes it. 12 sides, in even number, perfectly shaped, perfectly cut, almost like a thing of artifice. It concerns me that we don't know the origin of this moon. I don't believe it to be a naturally occurring thing. And if that's true, then someone from here put it there.
Does it have to be someone from here?
That's an excellent
theory.
question. The only, and this is new information for the party, the only access we have in this realm to the rest of the worlds is in the astral, and only then quite difficult to make it through there. So it is possible that a god or some greater being of a kind cultivated this rock. And I want to get to the bottom of that.
I'm not one to know much about gods, but why only limit the thought to a singular god and not a constructive ring of them all?
The gods rarely get along, even as much as they say they are allied and part of a pantheon. Look at despair, for example.
Okay, but what if it's not?
Temperance is making moves against the rest of them, even as we speak.
But what if it's not gods? What if it's some other powerful entity? And what if they're not, they are working together, but not necessarily because they want to.
Not necessarily because they want to. Do go on. What do you mean? This intrigues me.
Well, I'm sure if there was anybody here that would know about stuff like this, then it would be you. But there are powers, there are magic abilities, there are magical things in this world that can more or less force other creatures or powers or entities to do their bidding for them. So what if this is not so much gods or some other being acting independently or together on their own accord, but what if there's powerful beings or entities that were persuaded through magic to do the bidding of someone else?
You are finding a very clever way to speak of the chained circle. That is who you refer to, isn't it?
I was genuinely hoping it would be the chained circle, because if there was like another thing that we'd have to worry about at this point, that I'm already so tired.
Oh. Let's go to break. Oh, Vex, thank you for coming in. right on, right as we're going to break. I feel like Terraform has a weird habit of going to break right when we get a raid. Chat will be right back. I'm very excited to unpack this.
Tried to catch me off guard.
Yeah, I mixed it up a little bit. Okay. So, at the mention of the chain circle, everyone kind of stills a bit, realizing that there might be some answers here to be had. But this is not an ally. This is a very aloof, disconnected, high level, very powerful wizard. And so you definitely gotta feel things out and tread carefully and go about this with caution. The chain circle, again, in everyone's mind. Sorry, she doesn't say that. The mage breakers have come through mine waters on many an occasion, and they are not exempt from my rules. Anyone who passes through my domain, she says with a pointed look, I take a bit of a toll from them. I peruse what they have in exchange for safe passage. I take one or two things. Eshna, make a history check for me.
Okay.
Interesting,
Guidance.
you didn't choose to mention that before having us come here.
She hands you a drink with a smile, a very cold smile.
22 minus 1 is 21.
21, okay. Your locate object spell.
Yeah.
With 21, you're able to tell I believe it was a snake bracelet.
They were earrings.
They were earrings, thank you. Is likely here in the tower somewhere, which adds some complications. It could mean that she
Wait.
scooped them up because she thought they were pretty, or they've been dropped off here, and she is more affiliated with the Mage Breakers than she lets on.
Okay.
Levy, cool wine, well-aged, excellent vintage. It is a white wine. I don't know much about wine. It's
I have
showing.
a Riesling semi-dry.
She'll hold it, but she's not going to drink any.
Okay.
I want to cast Locate Object again, but it has a vocal component. So
With a 21, you do know that it was pinging this direction last time you used the spell.
I just didn't know
This
if I could
location.
like use it to like track it down.
Hmm.
But probably not. Okay. How often do they pass through here? How often do you get people passing through here? It's very dangerous territory.
It is. That's why I love it here. The Mage Breakers tend to pass through every couple of months, but this place is more packed than you might think. There are many pirates who, whether folly or stratagem, find themselves risking these world pools, and they have much plunder that I then take.
Ooh.
Only a little.
What's the most interesting thing that you've taken, if you don't mind me asking? I enjoy collecting things myself.
You see her dart a glance at the Seeing Stone. I have
What's
found
that?
many. Go ahead.
Was that not originally yours?
Nothing is yours until you take it.
Fair.
I grew up on the streets of Cairn. Long ago, it wasn't even called Cairn at the time.
Well, you know, there's also things called gifts where you don't have to take, you get given.
Never trust a gift.
Well, I feel like if people are willingly letting you go through their inventory, it's kind of a gift.
She does not debate your point. Wilhelm kind of looks a little nervous.
So, I'm guessing you are going to be hoping to look through our inventory as well, yes?
It is customary for me, yes.
Well, I am one to follow customs when I'm in new areas.
A truly enlightened individual, then. But let us wait for now. I think as you take your leave, she will likely estimate her experience with all of you and then take based off of that experience.
So, just to be clear, you take something when we leave to progress into your waters. If we were to turn back to Vrain, would something still be taken? Or is this safe passage through the whirlpool?
Where are you intending to go? She pointedly does not answer your question. Oh, we didn't get any of that, buddy.
I don't actually know where we're going right now, so I can't actually answer that question.
Me neither.
Like the best
Do you
way
have
to
any
describe it.
theories on why there are 12 sides to this moon?
It's one of the questions that has dug its way into my mind, and I have yet to rid myself of it. You notice as she expresses some of the irritants in her tone, the coiling snake tattoos around her neck and head coil further slightly.
Are your tattoos alive?
Indeed. Take a look. Say hi, Genevieve. And she turns her bald head, and the head of one of the snakes kind of seems to, without leaving the skin, turns, shifting in its composition to look at you. And you see a little forked tongue, just a little. Sonari walks right over and goes right back.
How? Are they actually tattoos, or are they like they were once snakes and now like are tattoos? Like how does that work?
Many things can be the same thing at once if you try hard enough and have enough intellect. Let us say identity is malleable, changeable. And Wilhelm goes, Wilhelm goes, she had a pet snake and tattooed it onto the back of her dome. Sorry.
Oh.
I'll get some food.
Sonari goes with you.
Sonari goes with
Ooh, yes, go.
Okay. The two of them walk up a flight of steps and just disappear. It doesn't make any sense even as you're looking at it.
I got another question. You'll find I have a lot of these. What's with the ocean water? Do you just like ocean water?
Oh, it's a defense mechanism. I have had much time to perfect my little tower. And genuine affection in her eyes as she looks about.
And I may have read this wrong, but it feels like you don't like the moon. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is that, like, you seem irritated whenever you mention the moon. Is that just the struggle of research, which is
Indeed.
understandable?
Indeed.
Mm.
I like to know things. And when I don't, it vexes me.
Mm.
Well, if you've spent so much time on this wonderful tower, would you be willing to give us a tour? It looks beautiful.
Some of it, sure. And she begins walking. You are brought into many interesting rooms that, again, you're not 100% sure how you got in them in the first place. Like, you walked there, it made sense, but looking back, it does not. You find an alchemist's room. You find a room that seems to be full of a starry sky that isn't yours. You find for lack of a better term, a small forest of petrified trees, kind of just sprouting up out of the marble, the cracks in the marble moving to shape into the trees, as a dull, sonorous hum flows through the room, as if the trees are talking to each other. And finally, you find an artifice's workshop, and everything's covered in dust sheets, and it's relatively dark in here. It seems like it hasn't seen any use in some time. She herself likely not an artificer. But you do see one Warforged, actually, standing on the far side of the room with a weir light over one shoulder, reading a scroll that he's slowly turning.
Morwen just silently locks eyes at the other Warforged.
You go to lock eyes, and this Warforged does not seem to notice the party, enraptured by the scroll that he is reading.
Involuntarily, he begins to walk towards the other Warforged.
Okay.
Yeah, not aggressively in any way.
Well, there can only be one.
Don't die!
At the
While
sound of-
Lorwyn does that, I
Okay.
want to walk with them and just kind of I want to look at the tables and just casually, like, la la la, like,
Mhm.
not acting like looking for anything, but I want to see why all this is here, because it does seem odd
Sure.
to have this here.
It seems to be mostly runic in nature. A lot of things that have runes chiseled into them, and maybe an old dwarvish, just half-finished projects. At one point, there's something that looks like a cannon, or it looks like one of those. Oh my God! Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Whoa.
Thank you. It's a cannon, and you've seen flintlock pistols, but this is something much more advanced. And to a DM, to a player, it's as if there's an engine attached to this thing. Like, you see and you smell the oil and what we would call gasoline of a kind, and this pungent fume fills your eyes and makes them water a bit. At the sound of metal footsteps, the Warforged looks up, confused, looks over to you, and raises eyebrows. Slowly rolls up the scroll, tucks it away, turns to you, and bows.
He also, sorry, brain's gone. Lauren also bows in return back to them.
Hello, gentlemen. It is nice to meet you.
You're you. You're you. You're me. You're you.
Of a kind, yes. Well met. And he extends a hand.
He does as well. And to shake his hand. And does as he touches the hand, can he register what he's made of?
Mostly stone.
Okay.
You can see
Specific stone?
Gray stone.
I'm thinking granite. I'm thinking
Granite.
something kind of common yet tough
Is he in part with wood as well from the forestry?
underneath the stone.
Underneath the stone, so he's stone on top of roots in that sense aspect?
Yeah. You can see like wooden like tubing.
Can I sense or feel his energy source?
It's a great question. Make a perception or an insight check.
27.
27.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This make and model is unknown to you. He does not work in the same mechanics as with. This is what you're getting as a 27. You're able to tell that this dude functions on a whole other, like if you were Imperial, he's metric.
Got it.
Your unit of measurement is vastly different. There is an entirely different make and model. Indeed, he's kind of shorter and kind of squatter. Like he's a little more rectangular in shape, whereas you're more sleek lines and elegance. He's just very, I'm made of granite.
Tough boy.
You guys have different art styles, you know.
Different fonts, if you will.
Someone cared more.
But which one is anime? Like, choose now.
Yeah.
I have not seen one of my kind in some time. Do you speak Dwarvish?
He takes a second. You're shaking your head, so I'm assuming I do.
Oh, I have to look at yours.
I don't think you speak.
I don't think I
Dwarvish,
speak
Lorwyn.
Dwarvish. No.
I
don't.
we
I don't
know
have,
Philo
I'd be-
speaks Dwarvish.
That's quite the feat.
I
Because
don't
it's
have a
basically
language
Latin,
section.
like a dead language.
I don't have a language section on my sheet, so I don't fully know. And so I'm going.
Scroll all the way down below your sheet and read the description. Maybe I put it in there.
If you don't know, chat,
Wait.
Shane is playing a Dragon Rider class from the Game Master's Book of Legendary Dragons. It's basically Battle Master, but with dragons. It's pretty great.
He takes a second to pause after registering his memories and says, "As of this moment, I do not.
Well,
But I have also never have met another one of us."
never. Oh, my friends, what do you know of your culture and your people? Who made you? I apologize. I am quite inquisitive.
He takes a second to try and think of who made, and then out of a forced gas through his mouth, the words "Thorn" come out.
Thorn? Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, then you are somewhat new.
He looks at himself. Yes.
You are quite shiny.
How do you have expression?
It was not easy. You laughing at my horrible French accent?
I was saying it gave me Mean Girls vibes, where it's like, you can't just ask who made you. Like,
he speaks a little bit of some artificing of facial structures, and it's the minute detail is a bit more intrinsic than yours, but he's definitely clunky, if not more expressive.
It in a sense, inside Eternally right now, Laurelyn is starting to really process a lot of thoughts on the sense that, not in the sense of what would see as prejudice into something that is not as sleek as his model, but in the sense that someone of his kind exists, which he did not doubt didn't happen or didn't exist in the process, but one that can have tone and one that can have expression, as that's something that he always felt was not possible, but always dreamt of. And so he's just taking it a little back that the possibility is there.
Do you have an interest in this expression?
Very much so. I am very solid.
Well, you are a bit of a different breed than I am, but perhaps if you have enough time, pun intended, perhaps we might be able to do some tinkering, yes?
Mm.
And he gives you a smile.
He really takes a second to think of how he can do this and just uses his thumbs.
Lady Matisse, I think I will be stealing this one for a time, yes? And she kind of nods and goes, anyway, I shall show you now the reliquary. And just I just made up that word. And continues to take you on a bit of your tour. Levy, as you're moving about, what do you do?
I was wondering, you mentioned that you look very closely at the faces, and that's how you know they're different faces, right? Do I remember that correctly?
Are you talking to Lorwyn?
No.
My apologies. Who are you talking to?
The little lady.
Ah,
Scary lady.
I look closely at things I deem
Faces of the moon.
necessary. Yes. Faces of the moon. Okay, I'm on board now. Sorry.
You're good.
I should rename this to Faces.
So, how do you do that? Do you just have really good eyes? Do you have a really good telescope? Is it another magic item like stone?
It is... Sorry. It is with the Seeing Stone. Wilhelm Can Salmonham has been quite useful to me.
And is he the only one that can work that?
I also can work it.
So do you just, like, as you put your hand on it, do you just decide what you want to see and it shows it? Or can you only see things you've seen before?
It's a bit more temporal than that. But you can cast your gaze about the land, and with enough skill and practice, you can look up and farther. It is
Follow-up
like a telescope.
question. If I, like, let's say you did it, right? You go to look at something, and I look through your eyes. Would I be in danger of the potential maddening effects in the same way you are?
Likely, yes. I'm sorry. But perhaps there is something you wish to see? Someone you wish to see?
I'm a very naturally curious person, so I'm very similarly, I like to know how things work. But yes, I'm sure we all have somebody or someplace we'd want to see.
The trick is finding and discerning what to use your time for, or else all the questions gather up and break you.
I actually tend to go around and search for stories of shooting stars. I know that that's different than the moon, but still involves the sky. Have you ever thought about studying those, or simply the moon?
I did make a study for a time of shooting stars. I actually discovered something quite interesting about them.
Oh?
Recently. And then she turns with a smile and walks, changing the topic and speaking of a nearby
Right
statue.
next to her. What'd you find out? I mean, come on, you brought it up. You must want to talk about it.
Roll persuasion.
Guidance!
Yeah! Ooh, okay. Not as good as last time. 19.
It's still pretty good. Still very, very good. Much to her maybe better judgment, she is slowly being charmed by this party. And she goes, well,
By this party, yeah.
You're right. It's really just Levy. No.
Your
There's a-
Levy and
questions
Ashta.
and matched intelligence are very charming to her, I'm sure, Thylo.
she is a bit
A
guarded
warforged
who
that
has
can't
been
show
pretty quiet.
expressions, a cleric that hasn't spoken much at all, a wizard who just asks questions, and then 2 charming people.
I asked one question which was ignored, so
That's true. That's true. But you did ask.
pointedly was not answered. No, I asked. I was asking if was the payment required to pass, or could we leave the tower and still not get paid?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It was not a sassy question. There was no
sassy
attitude.
question.
It was simply
It was
a
genuine.
question of
It
what
was-
It's like,
garners the payment.
yeah,
Because
It was
we
a
came-
sassy
when do
answer,
we
though.
pay you, and
It
what
was
do
a
we
sassy
get?
answer.
If I had received an answer,
We didn't get an answer.
Followed up
We
with,
moved on to the next question.
we came to the tower to help Wilhelm can Salmon Ham. So like we were
And
doing
we were
them
invited.
a favor.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, whatever.
Where are we in the moment?
You can be distrustful of me. It's fine.
Tell us
You
what
were
you
telling
know
me
about the
stars because you
shooting star.
There are
you were won over by our charms and our wit
Of the whole party.
The
of the whole party.
Well, that's one of us.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
There are some beings who will hide themselves as shooting stars.
What? That's crazy.
Really?
And sometimes they communicate with shapes. Allow me to demonstrate. And she
Please.
holds a hand, and you see a shooting star, a tiny little illusion of a shooting star. And then another shooting star. And then another, and another, and another.
Studying it so hard.
Here's the thing. She has all of them reappear at the same time, and it forms an image. A rough image, but an image. It spells help.
I assume this is one you've seen before?
These are many different shooting stars, and when I have them all removed from linearity, as it were, they spell this. I thought it interesting.
What's the span of years that those all occurred?
Yeah.
Now, this was over the past month.
Do you
Were they
know
all-
who could be sending this?
I haven't had the time to look into it quite thoroughly.
Do
Are
I
they
know who
full?
could be sending this?
You can make an assumption.
Did they all fall in a similar
don't
region,
have
or were
the
they all
time?
scattered?
Across one region, yes, which is our entire sky, unfortunately. Beings moving back and forth very quickly, very high up.
Okay, not saying out loud. The like couple of times that we've seen little bits of Mirror Sky, has that been as a shooting star, or are there other beings that Eshna knows of that are shooting star?
Likely these are Jinn.
Jinn, okay,
Just
okay.
it's not necessarily one Jinn. It might be one Jinn who's being particularly clever. It might be a couple of Jinn.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
And Jinn, for everybody involved, are basically ancient elementals who are very powerful entities, who are also basically genies.
Wow, okay.
I thought it was
Would you like to know? Is that not something you're interested in? If I saw help written in the sky, I would want to know.
And now we have, so I do want to know.
Rolled an insight check of 17.
It's just a
You-
question.
Yes, an insight check of 17. When she follows up with, "You believe you know the answer. I'm quite curious. And you can see a genuine intrigue. What will you require of me for that information?
Eshna, help me.
Okay.
She doesn't like gifts.
Information about the chain circle.
We are looking for the chain circle, as we may have mentioned, well, briefly touched on in our conversation. And that is honestly why we seek passage past your tower and into these lands. We think they have some sort of hideaway.
They do. And it's quite fortified. The chain circle. Oh, go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
Nope. What were you saying? The chain circle?
The chain circle has been around for some time. And while I have had my dealings with them, I have also had my misgivings. We've worked together on a few projects from time to time, and their mage breakers know better than to deny me my tax.
Well, if you would be willing, and I know this is a far stretch and at an ask, I'm willing to make a trade if I find something that I am searching for, but I am looking for something that they may have transported past you, and I'm just curious if maybe it's something that you might have taken off of a ship of theirs.
What was it, dear?
It was a small bottle of sorts. I kind of like describe just the look of what the container that I kind of know about would look like.
I'm gonna make an Arcana check. She looks a little puzzled. And she goes, "You speak of an iron flask."
Yes. I think they might have one that maybe contains something that might have answers for what we're looking for. It's very vague, but we don't know all of the you know how frustrating it is to not have all the answers.
Indeed.
That's where we are, and so
We're in the theorizing stage. We got some theories.
Well, hopefully this is some answers, but I have not seen such an item in the travels through here.
Thank you.
They know not to bring it this way.
Or they know how to hide it from you.
That would be quite the feat, I imagine.
I imagine if
Absolutely.
someone was powerful enough to hide something from you, they would not need the iron flask for what they're trying to do anyway.
What kind of wizard are you, if you don't mind my
I'm a
inquiry?
wizard with a lot of thoughts in his head.
Indeed.
There's
Why?
I have
different
books.
types of wizards.
Why is your spell book benign and bereft of magical essence that cannot sense any aura upon it?
I feel like you probably already have an answer for that, but I have other books that might be more intriguing to you if you would kindly let me distract you with them.
So here's the thing.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
It seems that we have a lot to benefit from one another. Obviously, you love intelligence and seeking answers and information, and we also share a similar fascination. Perhaps we could form a sort of alliance isn't the right word, but
Information trade?
agreement. Yeah. We would both
Sweet.
benefit.
Yes, dear, that might be of interest. What is your name? Thylo? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might
Always
I
has
see
been.
your spell book.
Okay, but I have so many books.
Isn't that like someone's diary?
She
I don't know,
holds
I
out
like-
a hand.
Meta question. Is it kind of disrespectful for wizards to like look at each other's spell books?
It seems
They
very
are
personal.
carefully guarded, yes.
Okay.
She is breaching past the rules of etiquette, as it were.
Show you yours if you show me. Yeah.
I understand that I'm in your tower, and you know that happens. But how would you feel if I asked to see your spell book, Miss Wizard?
Your dancing around it seems to make her more curious, and you watch as she takes a subconscious step towards you, looming at 7.5 feet tall and stacked for a wizard. You have hidden your book. That is clever.
I would like to reach in the bag of holding that I have
Okay.
and pull out my father's journal.
Mm-hmm. Which would be pointedly not a spell book. And you
but
have
it would
cast
pointedly
spells since you've been here in front of her.
Yes.
So she knows which book is which.
Yes. I'm not trying to deceive her that way.
I see.
Well, she wasn't technically there when he cast the spell.
You're in her tower shoes there.
Okay.
We in her lair.
I'm telling you guys we should leave.
My father's notebook would likely have a lot of the answers to many of the questions she has about the stars and the sky and the 12 sides of the moon. While his notes were also unfinished, they were sort of unfinished on the opposite side of those same questions.
But you rolled a persuasion with that, a 3.
Yeah.
Advantage
wasn't
for pulling
any
out a cool
help.
book?
Help
No,
with the
it's not even,
us talking
it's not even
with her.
that. I have a terrible persuasion. If she still is more curious by the spell book, then she's probably going to end up with the spell book. However,
she does raise an eyebrow at you presenting it.
I go, okay, listen, I know right now you're curious about a book because magic. And listen, I understand because also same brain. I like to know things, but you have asked me a lot of questions, and maybe not me, but you've posed, questions without answers. And I may or may not have a book that has answers to all of the questions that you've wanted to learn about. You know how he spent like months tracking down those shooting stars and spelled out help, and the moon has 12 sides. And listen, there's a reason one of us just asked you about an iron flask, and I brought up the chain circle a while ago. All of those answers.
Which leads back to my point that perhaps we can make an agreement for some exchanging of information under certain terms.
Or you could look at my spell book, which is just, a normal spell book that I have hidden because people are looking for me sometimes.
Roll
I
deception.
will shut up.
Roll deception.
Deception?
I don't
Oh,
know why I
Which
would
one?
do that.
yeah, who's doing deception? Oh, okay. I was like, that wasn't deception.
And I'll give you advantage for Levy.
I already have advantage on my deception.
Can I
check
roll
because of my cloud room.
persuasion? Can I roll persuasion?
He's like, can I just? I don't want to affect this at all. I just want to roll.
Let me do this first, and then head over to you. No
Oh?
shot.
Oh,
No shot.
that's a happy face.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Ah!
I switched dice. I told you this.
Against her better judgment, you watch
I have a
as her
plus
eyes
0.
as you watch as her eyes slowly drift over to your father's journal, and a hunger lights deep within the back of her mind.
He's just so
And her
charming.
hand drifts over and then pauses just over the journal. And first the snake looks, and then she does, over to Levy. Deal. And she scoops up the book. You watch as she casts.
Out of character, I did say there were certain terms, so her agreeing without knowing the terms.
You can do that if you would like.
They're not bad terms. I'm just saying. I did just making sure you know. I did say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They're not bad terms yet.
Because one way or another,
Yeah.
she's in the position of power.
I will decide later on.
While we're here.
She casts a spell, and you watch as this purple eye made of stone manifests, and she breathes onto the book, and it floats up, and the eye begins quickly reading, and the pages flipping on their own.
Only one eye?
It's a two-dimensional text. What do you need the depth perception for?
Oh, I'm just... Why not 12 eyes?
There are others, but they're busy.
You could just read... You read the book so much faster if you...
I wouldn't want to hurt your book.
Well, unless some of the eyes have dyslexia, because then that would just make the letters go everywhere.
Yeah, there's one eye that's just like given the real easy tasks.
No printed words for that one. Like,
Yeah. All picture books.
Going over ancient, like, chiseled
Images
images and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Hieroglyphics only.
Yeah.
I would like to start taking the sheets off of
Also,
the things.
sorry, real
in
quick.
the-
Anyone in here with dyslexia, we love you, and I don't want you to think that we're or that we're bashing you. We're
I
not.
have dyslexia, and that is why I made the joke. I have it real bad.
I want to start taking the sheets off of the tables and stuff inside of the artificer's room and just start rambling about the book. But one thing I do want to say specifically is that, you said something about that seer stone out there that you can just basically just peer at any time and anywhere in the sky, and if you look up in the right spot, you can see the sky at a specific date, and that's really cool, and that's a really powerful seer stone. But like, I don't know why you just didn't make a table to do it for you, because I have a table at my house that does all that stuff for you anyway, and I don't have to. It doesn't hurt my brain when I use that, and just start ripping off all the sheets.
Oh, shit.
She ingests that information. That is quite a feat. But let me bench that for now. And she turns over to Levy. What? Sorry, I'm getting a little caught up in all the different threads here. Answers about the sky that the party hinted at knowing about and was willing to give information of. Correct?
The information, she was like, you might know stuff. I was like, well, you know how we asked about the iron circle, the chain circle, and then we're looking for a bottle in order to answer our questions about the same issue. So we're looking for their location and their fortress in order to find the bottle in order to get more answers.
Okay.
AKA, help us find the bottle and we'll have more answers for you.
Gotcha. A loud mental blast. Wilhelm! And you hear.
Shit, that's titties.
And you hear the clatter of something as a very startled Wilhelm with mustard all over his thing. Scrambles down. Yes, and Sonari with just like a chain link of sausages in one hand and like a mug of mustard in the other comes down. I'm very excited, refined, but the eyes are gleaming.
Philo looks up from the table in the wrong direction for a second and then turns.
You remind me of when I was young.
Oh, you're hearing.
That
was good.
I need you to take a close look at Atsy for me, Wilhelm. I believe the chain circle might be up to something more nefarious than the usual. See what you can find, would you? Well, they keep all of their stuff quite tucked away and defended with magical means. See what you can find for our guests. Okay. And then he scampers away barefoot.
Do I recognize the word Atsy?
That is the city where Lord Marin rules under House Fold, where Quip went on ahead of the party.
Okay, I saw that in the recap, but I wanted to make sure Eshna knew. But this is the first she's hearing about Atsy, right? About
in regards to the chain circle.
In regards to the chain circle, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And Quip is going there
to meet up with the other lost children.
Oh, all of my children are there. Oh,
he's
well, not
them,
all
yes.
of them. No.
Okay.
Oh.
But the most important. You are my favorite bastard child of my husband.
Aw.
That I know of.
Gosh, we hope. No.
Yeah, we do. I'm sorry. Atsy?
Yes, the city.
Why is he looking into Atsy?
That is the headquarters for the Mage Breakers, and therefore likely one of the primary bases for the Chain Circle.
I'm going to follow him.
Okay. You follow
I'm
after
going to go with him.
you see this awkward walk and the bare feet slapping on stone, wet stone, as he comes up and he turns and goes, ah! Hello. And he continues over to the thing. And he goes to touch the stone and goes, did you need something from me?
I am very intrigued in what you will find.
Okay. And begins to just stand there, a little wigged out. Think the Eye of Sauron, Dorky. The Eye of Sauron and how it cast about to look in various places. That was actually done with what they called a palantir or a seeing stone. Jake, feel free to fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was a palantir that Sauron was using to cast his eyes about.
I mean, he can see from his tower, but
not through a palantir?
Only certain locations.
Okay.
You couldn't see everywhere with a palantir. You can only communicate with the other ones, and there were only 7 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
His tower was just really tall, and he had really good vision, so he could see with his elf eyes.
That makes me mad.
Yeah.
All right.
It's almost like it's almost like God tier eyeballs, you know, because he's like
100 to 1600.
Chat. We will be right back. We back.
Woo.
Okay. Let me get the music set. Eshna,
Yes.
you watch a flurry of emotion suddenly come over. Hey, what's up, CB? Suddenly come over Wilhelm, Kent, Sam, and him. And then you watch as something in his mind lashes out at him, and he recoils and then rallies beginning
Goodness.
and you see some blood trickle from one ear. And it seems like he's
Oh.
fighting something.
He's on the
goodness.
Palantir or the Sing Stone.
I'm casting guidance and
Okay.
and cure wounds and guidance and
He just thinks he got really strong. He's like, yeah.
He's
No.
yeah, and you
I am doing what I can.
pumping him with the buffs. You see he seems to like stabilize a little bit, and
Does cure wounds require touching him?
Can I not touch him?
Yes.
you can.
Healing word
Oh
is
yeah, but yeah, it's gonna pull you into the thing.
I don't know that.
All right, you touch him. Roll a wisdom save. Well, hey, are you touching him with cure wounds?
Yes, I'm touching him.
Okay, yeah, roll a wisdom save.
That's my I have advantage on wisdom saves. So
I
Oh,
did
man.
too.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay,
But the
cool.
difference is she's also a wisdom caster, so it's gonna be better.
You're still
You
gonna
know
make
what?
a D100
I
roll.
also have a +9, so I make a D100 roll.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Or
I
would
just
you-
wanted to help his brain. 55.
55. You're rolling on the gentler table is how that works.
Oh.
Coward.
55.
Yeah, give me the hard table.
no. Oh no.
I am strong of will and mind.
That's a scared face.
Taylor, I'm so sorry.
No.
The
No.
character must use his or her action each round to attack the nearest creature.
What?
I brought this up
Just
for
one
fun
round?
chaos, not
Madness takes a
actual
hold
mean
of
things.
you, but
Only
you-
one round?
How many times do I attack him? Do I attack him full
I'm
each
trying to
force?
figure out
round,
if we
so it's
hear it.
ongoing.
Do I
Wait,
attack
it
him full
says-
force?
I'm gonna say this.
Is Wizard Lady not
Real quick.
watching?
Reread it. Did it say each round use your action to attack? Is that what it said?
The character must use his or her action each or their his or her action each round to attack the nearest creature.
Okay.
So, first, Eshna attacks Wilhelm Can Salmonham. And then Lorwyn.
Well, would we not roll for initiative first?
We're not there.
You're all not there. It's just
But I'll
me
tell you-
and Sam I am.
Who
Wait,
is
where
there?
are we?
You guys are in the
With
reliquary.
the lady.
We're with the lady. They went like downstairs back to the stone.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
when
I
did we
was
do
like,
that?
I'm gonna go with him.
During the tour.
I stayed in the
Never mind.
I'll tell you who-
artificer room.
I'll tell you who is there though. Is Sonari.
This is true.
Oh, because he's covered in mustard.
And also Tyne.
Oh yes, somebody stop me, please.
Well, let's
Do
get
I
your-
attack? Here's the thing. Do I attack full force or am I like my little weakling?
No, you're attacking full force.
No.
So what does
That's
full force
very strong.
kill this
You-
man attack kind of do will look like?
Okay, so
I
here's
said
the
with
thing.
amazing grammar.
Here's the thing. I fight in two very different styles. I fight in Mama Bear is angry. I'm gonna become a big animal and I'm gonna try and rip your throat out. Or Mama Bear takes her time and she strategizes and she uses many bonus actions in order to prep herself into like archer form so that she gets 4 shots at a person in a single turn. Like, which way is this madness taking me?
You
As
need
it
to
specifies
only-
actions, I would say
Yep.
bear form because it doesn't say use your bonus actions. It says use your actions,
Great.
which implies
Mama-
just like
So
Awesome. Bear
Use
form.
his first action to do nothing.
you need to use your action to attack this individual. That does
'cause I
not
can-
mean prep.
Well, I bonus action wild shape
Okay.
if I'm
Bonus
going bear
action
form.
wild shape?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it a bonus action? I thought
Are you
For
it's a bonus
Hold on.
action
Moon.
for
for a specific kind of
moon.
druid, I believe it is a bonus action.
No, you're right. That's for the different forms.
Oh,
So
my
it'd be
apologies.
action.
Yeah.
Action would be. So if I can't use my action to wild shape, because that wouldn't be an attack.
Correct.
Well, let me see. So fudge.
Just punch
so I
him.
just. I want to just punch him, but he said
Fighting bolt.
he said full attack.
Mm-hmm.
But pulling isn't like pulling out a weapon or changing forms. Like, doesn't that cost an action or
You guys are
something,
trying to
kid?
nickel and dime this, and I'm gonna get more and more
Yes.
intense about it.
I am.
I feel
I
No,
just just take
in a
your weapon
case
and
of-
attack them.
Ben and I
In a
are,
case of-
are arguing for just lay smackdown now.
right.
Like
I know.
Smackdown.
Like, do I
Boom.
just take my thing and go bam?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like in
Great.
a case of
Over
instant
a
madness,
spell.
maybe like a primal savagery swipe would be.
Because I could do either primal savagery and quapa, or I can just grab my quarter staff and smack.
I feel like primal savagery is more on brand.
Okay. Primal
Yeah,
savagery.
you've done that one a
nail-
lot.
I tap him and I go no.
Okay. You the
Let
talons
me
come
roll the
out.
hit so I can fail. I don't. I get a 22.
Oh no!
Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Kind of curious though. She mentioned the question of what kind of madness is it? Like, does you get an image in your brain of what's going on, or is it just
Case by case. The defining term of this is that it's the short-term madness table.
16 poison damage.
16 poison damage.
To his back.
Wilhelm can't salmon ham. He breaks concentration. He falls backwards and turns just as Tyne casts hold person on you. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
No, I'm good at those.
You have to make a 15.
Oh, thank God, I rolled 2 3s. 12.
However, Tyne and Sonari are not really synced up. They don't know each other too well. So you go into this hold person, and then you hear boom as Sonari comes out of left field and grabs you, picks you up, and boom down. Not while pulling the punch and all of that good stuff. Really not trying to hurt you, but trying to and very
Stop
much
ya.
just grapples you.
I mean, pulling punches, that's an auto crit, baby. I don't know what kind of
And
punches you can pull there.
Lorwyn, you are currently going over some schematics,
neck.
and all and all of you hear of Sonari yelling for Lorwyn.
I look the wrong way.
sprinting?
Sprinting. You guys book it.
Anarian will casually walk up the stairs like, okay, fine.
Excellent. Where did my music go? Excellent.
Oh, man.
Am I coming through for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
I just thumped my table and all of my stuff like briefly stopped working.
I love those random thumps.
Laura,
Sprinting.
the party minus Thylo, who just looks the wrong way entirely, books it up, and you find that Sonari has picked you up and is looking around and just kind of dusting you off nervously and like looking about. Wilhelm is babbling incoherently in one corner, both eyes kind of spreading out about some vagary of a spell of some kind. And Tyne steps in front of you and goes, okay, so we're not gonna do that again, right? It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be totally fine. I'm gonna drop the and as everyone else is coming in, he goes, don't let them kill me, please. And as he drops hold person. And he goes down and he goes, oh, why? And he goes down.
What's going on here?
I don't know how long I've been. I don't know how long
that's
I've
important,
had.
huh? Roll a
D10
D10 for me.
say a D2.
9. This is gonna last
Yeah.
9 minutes. You start just lashing out, and what's everyone else's reaction?
I mean, are we initiative or are we just
should roll for
reacting?
initiative at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Actually, no. I'm gonna save us the time. As Lady Matisse.
Do not let Lady Matisse end this, because do not take combat away from me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare take combat away from me.
He wants to fight me.
I
Let
want to fight
him.
so bad.
It's just me and Anarian. Let's go.
No, you don't get a 1v1 until I get my 1v1.
I
Alright.
rolled a dirty 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Lorwyn.
I rolled nothing.
He's like, I'm not getting in the middle of this.
I'm
You didn't
looking
know?
at I
14.
am listening
14.
to schematics right now.
Oh yeah.
You
he's
didn't
with the other-
hear Sonari
he's with the
yell
Warforged.
though?
I don't know where I was taken inside of this room with this guy, or how far away this is, or what type of magic floor it's on. I don't know if I could even hear it over this.
You did hear it.
Okay.
It was Sonari that yelled.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
You guys like have a
Sonari
mental
went-
bond too, right?
Yeah, and so that's why I'm just trying to think of how this magic place works. I'm overthinking the floors of these places.
Sure.
Lorwyn,
It wasn't I'm in danger, it's I need help.
Okay, so Lorwyn proceeded to come very quickly.
Okay. You step into the room, and we've got a 14 for Anarian.
I got 21.
21 from Levy.
Nice. Knock me out, baby girl.
Thylo with a 20.
Yeah.
And a 17 for Eshna. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm a Twilight Cleric. I get advantage on initiative rolls.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
19.
19.
Yes.
Knock her out.
No.
Round 2, do it again.
I got a 16.
Sleep.
Okay.
Oh, every
Yeah.
time.
And
Dang it. How much health you got? Hang
Again.
on.
Sonari got a 4. I'm sure Sonari got more, I just can't find where my initiative is on these pages.
Which makes sense. She already went.
Yeah.
What's Sonari's dexterity score?
1.
So add 1 to what she rolled.
And she got 5.
All right. Levy, you're up first. You step up. I'm going to let you decide how you interpret everything before you. But Eshna did just clock time.
No, with Levy's high intelligence, she would definitely put together something wrong with Eshna. Like, she knows
Okay.
they were messing with the stone. She knows they told her not to do it, and that has a maddening effect.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough for her to be like, something's wrong, has to do with the stone. Good enough for me.
Okay.
Going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement,
Okay.
and yeah.
Oh.
So you're looking for a Constitution 15 save.
Okay. You
Yeah.
got it. I got a 16 on the die.
Shut up. No. Okay. So that didn't work.
I drink a lot, baby. My con's 5.
I can't do that on you. I can't do that.
Jake
Okay,
really
I'll
said,
just-
Don't you dare. It literally took me aback. I literally went, whoa.
We almost got to fight in Thursday, and then it got shut down just like that. And we were like, no.
That's true.
Not again.
Similar
Not again.
situation, too. PvP. Madness.
Okay, I'll
And Wizards
do.
stopping things early.
I'll for my bonus action. I'll activate my Arms of the Astral. Well, hello. Arms of the Astral Self.
Okay.
And then with that, I don't know if I can do it on the same turn. Hang on. Let me double check.
Are you close to me? Do they hit me with their activation?
I don't think they automatically hit, right?
There's a when you summon them, if you're within like 5 to 10 feet or something like that.
Not
astral
close enough.
arms.
The party
Okay.
is at the bottom of
At,
the
like, the
steps,
entrance.
looking maybe 40 feet away.
Gotcha.
Nutmeg.
I didn't know. I did not know how big the rune was.
Yeah.
So you just want my drink?
It's a good
don't
question
you?
though.
Okay, yeah. So I'll do that, and I'm pretty sure I can't do. Where is it? I wanted to use a key point to take. No, that's a different bonus action. Yeah, so I'll just summon, and
Okay.
I can't do anything yet.
Okay. 2 pairs of the astral arms slowly form out of starlight and darkness. Which brings us to Thylo.
Cool. You said there were like dwarvish rune markings on these tables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to start reading those.
Okay, over to Anarian.
You heard it though.
And he looked, and there was
I've
nothing
heard
there.
you guys make a lot of loud noises.
But then he looked and there was
That's
nothing there, so it was like, that's weird to read.
Yeah, it's just Eshna punching people.
All right. How much health you got, Eshna?
How much damage did I take from Tsunari pounding me into the floor while hold person? So I think that's what.
Damage. It wasn't a full-fledged attack. It was more of a tackle.
But it's auto crit, isn't it, with hold person?
Mhm,
So
yeah.
4 damage.
So 4 damage. I am at 92.
That's a
So
bit
as
high.
long as you're pulling your punch, though, right?
That's a bit high for a sleep. I don't know if I can
That's
pull
where
that off.
if you would
pretty high
kill
for
the
sleep.
person, they would instead
Right.
be rendered unconscious.
At max level, that would be 15d8. So it's doable,
But difficult.
but unlikely.
Yeah.
Dragon's Queen. There's also you could start watching the show, or Critical Role, for example, is just watching D&D campaigns and kind of picking up how they work and stuff like that through experience of watching someone play the game.
The average on that 15d8 is going to be 67. I think.
Not even
Get in my
close.
head.
So cool. That was awesome.
No one's ever said that to me after doing math in my head, but thank you.
Math and improv. Welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
Improv math.
11d7.
Impress.
Okay.
2
hang
plus
on.
2. Yes, and
Math prov?
Fast prov. Impress.
Math prov.
in math.
I'm an empath. I play D&D. Oh, he's got an idea.
No.
He's cooking with gas.
Oh
Come
no.
on, come at me. You got 90 rounds. Wait, what? 9 minutes?
9 minutes of playtime.
9 minutes.
Hey, that's a nice costume. Did your husband make it for you?
Oh gosh, that didn't age well.
All right. Spirit Shroud.
Okay, Spirit Shroud.
We'll do cold damage, I guess. And then we'll go for
I'm so stressed.
I'll be fine. I'm
I gotta
so
fight, Mom.
Fine.
how do we even play this class? Goodness gracious. All right, I'll take a swipe with Star Shower. The mace comes out. It's galaxy twisting mace head, and I will swing.
Swing, bada bada bada.
Swing.
He watches Anarian crosses the distance, boom, on activating the ring on his finger, which brings out this almost shooting star-like comet of a flail mace head as the spirit shroud uncoils around him.
21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. At least it wasn't a crit. Thank goodness it wasn't a crit.
I mean, if you guys get me down, you'll just bring me right back up.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And then the madness should pass by then, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Let
let
me
her
sleep
lie
it
there
off.
for 9 minutes.
Just frothing mad.
My babies.
That's
I'm
why I was
worried
kind of
about my
curious. Like,
babies.
is she seeing like her worst nightmare, or like what?
It is. I have a. Actually. Let me
Dream.
That would be trippy for her. That would make her feel insane. She does not dream.
Therefore, she would
it's
just think it's
simply-
real.
It's simply like a berserk
Nightmare.
rage, almost.
Okay.
I'm angry now.
To attack, quote, the nearest creature.
Oh, good. So she can make another attack on her bonus action, but she gets a level of exhaustion at the end.
So it's going to be 48 damage.
Woo! Buddy. Okay.
Are you resistant to radiant or cold?
I am resistant to radiant.
Okay. Hang on.
Lorwyn Sonari, who is close to all of this, looks at you in like a panicked. The bipedals are smacking each other. I thought they were friends. I don't understand. Kind of a look.
I look at her and it's like, I feel this exact same way. I don't know if I should be helping.
So it'll be 39 damage instead.
Oh, 39.
Because some of it was radiant damage.
Okay.
Does Lorwyn pass by me on the way out there?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, you going to the fight, man? I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Ashna.
Okay. I'm going to. That has to be at a distance, so I can't do that because he's too close. So I'm just gonna continue with the claws, and I'm gonna try and scratch Anarian with my primal savagery.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 13 to hit.
Oh, glances off the armor.
I broke a nail.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Can I do anything on my bonus action that's an attack? That's all prepping. So no, nothing that's just a base attack on my bonus action.
Okay. Lorwyn. What do you do?
So, did Ben, were you asking that for a specific reason for me running past you?
Only because I thought it would be funny.
Just be like, cool. Just keep going. Okay, so Lauren shows up, sees this going on, and then immediately just like drops her shoulders and looks at Sonari. He's like, "Are you hurt?"
I am okay.
Do you still need help?
Where did your face go?
He immediately turns his head because he immediately definitely turns his head, and is no longer looking at the fire. He's like, "Please come to my side."
Darts across. Well, on her turn.
Yeah. So he is covering himself with his hood as well to hide his face. He did not realize his face was gone. So it is. The thing is that what you guys will see from him, if you guys were looking at general direction, with the hood that would be up here, now fully encases down into his chest.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so it's just a black with like a gold shear going up it from there. And so he just needs Sonari now to make sure that he is okay.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
and then he's going to so then Lauren's also going to out of his breath silently apologize for the disruption happening inside of the wizard's house.
Okay. Sonari bolts for you. Proccing an attack of opportunity from Esme.
Yeah.
Okay.
27 to hit her with my claws.
It hits.
Hits. 1, 2, 3, 6. That's a 9, so 15.
Were they side by side?
Yeah.
Yeah, she pinned me to the ground. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23 poison damage to Sonari.
Damn. That's actually pretty good for the cantrip that you just cast. Goodness.
Yeah. Primal Savagery is really great. Because most of my stuff is long distance, so that's my only like.
You said 23?
Sure. I have moved the dice. Yes.
Okay.
She crosses the room to you. What do you do?
What
What does Sonari do?
He telepathically through them apologizes that he has to leave right away, and he tells only to Sonari, take me back to where I was, please.
She takes you and guides you back up the stairs. Okay. Using the dash action, half carries you. Levy, it is your turn.
Grab. No, I'm just kidding. What are you at? How are you looking?
I got 54 left out of 96. So almost half. A little bit more to go.
Jake, do you have something like sleep, or am I just imagining?
Oh, I got
That's what you
sleep.
did? Okay.
I just had to be lower health for it
Okay.
to affect me more. Is the wizard lady or Sam I Am not doing anything?
Sam is incessant.
That's right. He's
Wilhelm can Sam and Ham is wild and
Yes, you do.
yeah. Lady Matisse is there and looks to be calculating. Hasn't taken any action immediately.
okay.
Doesn't seem too worried. And is letting things play out.
Okay. Cool.
I might have done Ray of Enfeeblement wrong. Because there's a +7 on it, which means I should be rolling something. Right?
The roll to hit.
The hit.
So,
It's a ray beam.
oh,
in the right
roll to hit.
direction.
Okay, that's what we missed. I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
Try Ray of Enfeeblement again. I'm gonna
Okay.
roll to hit to see if I even hit you. I think I hit you. 27.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my first. That's my first natural 20. Yay!
I was gonna
go.
say that would be a nat 20.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm so stressed.
Double the damage die.
There's no damage done.
There's no
Yeah.
damage die.
Sorry. I was reading all the things.
Yeah, so range spell attack on a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends.
Okay. I am not.
So
using
I know you're
weapons.
using your claws now.
Okay.
If at any point that changes, we got that. And next, I'm going to. I want to hold. Can I hold a bonus action? I always forget this. No, right?
No.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go take the punch, unarmed, holding back if it somehow would make her fall unconscious or dead. I know what I heard her.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait.
I don't think single punch.
How many arms do I have?
4.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you do 4 punches.
No?
No.
Just one punch? Okay.
Well, you used your action to cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Do I not have? I thought I had a bonus action with punching. Yeah, bonus
if you-
action, unarmed strike.
That's only if you make a melee attack first, right?
No, that's not. I thought that was only flurry of blows. Was if
With
she
an
does a
attack
melee
action.
Flurry of Blows just means you can do 2 attacks
2.
afterwards. And Unarmed
But you-
Strike, as a bonus action, you still have to attack on your turn.
If you're gonna punch on a turn, you have to choose to use the whole turn punching like a monk, like ba 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 ba.
Okay.
Ba, 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 ba.
Okay, I'm just going to. I'll kind of backtrack to what I wanted to do. I'll do a key point to have the dodge action
Okay.
ready to go.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Cool.
Thylo. Meanwhile.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because I ran past him,
Uh-huh.
nodded to him. I don't know if he saw me nod to him or not about what was going on, but that means he also saw that I did not have a face.
That is well. What's your range of vision, Thylo? I'm trying to remember.
What do you...
Passive perception is like 16.
Yeah, are you asking about my passive perception?
That was also good. That was a better question, Taylor. You get inspiration.
Oh, thanks. I'm
No!
gonna hit you guys harder.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
Okay. Then
But-
I would say you did notice, actually, in passing, that he did not have his ornate golden face on.
I would like to instill a -5 penalty to my passive perception because I'm pretty tunnel focused on this.
Ah, yes,
No.
the hyper focused.
Okay.
Anyway, what you up to?
I'm just tinkering. I got my book ghost out at this point. And I want to try to find stuff in this workshop to try to build some noise canceling headphones.
Right. Yes. And go ahead and make a tools check.
Come on, tinkers. My proficiency is a +5. 22.
Okay. It's coming along. Over to Anarian.
Anarian takes a step towards Ashna, and black mist begins coming up off of his shoulders, as if he's about to sprout his spectral wings and go into his crazy Angie form.
Oh no.
But he stops short and kind of shakes his head and then looks at Ashna for a minute. And then he holds up his hand and casts sleep.
Okay. I believe that is hit points based. How many hit points you got left, Ashna?
I has 54.
And Jake, how many?
We're gonna go at 6th level.
Okay.
So that should be, I said it was 15 for 7th, so 13 d8.
Okay. 13d8. Good lord.
How much health was it?
54.
53.
Oh!
Can I use my inspiration for him to re-roll the lowest die?
No!
Wait, you haven't healed at all in the past turn or anything, have you?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure. Okay.
Also, Anarian got inspiration earlier today.
Did I?
Yep.
Yeah, in the chat.
Can he use his
Thanks, chat.
inspiration to re-roll the lowest die?
It was a while ago. Somebody, I think it was
It's
like
in a-
7,000. Yeah.
Yeah. It's in our chat.
Sid 380 redeemed 7,000.
If I replace that
channel
1 with this 2, then it's 54.
Come on, it's 1 point. That's worth an inspiration.
Are you wanting to burn that inspiration?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and re-roll
Okay.
one of your die.
Well, that's what I did. It was a 2, and I replaced the 1, so it's 54 hit points, so she'd go to sleep.
Dead on the money.
Money.
Sweet release of sleep. Sweet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Try and catch her. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. You managed to catch her as she goes night night.
I think sleep less for a minute or until woken.
Which one? Because that's 2 very different things.
Yeah, so she'll wake up and have, 8 more minutes.
Tie her down! Tie her down!
So I'll go ahead and cast Lesser Restoration to remove the madness.
Okay. What does the casting look like?
Just
Ball.
like a
No.
come to your senses. It's like a dark purple light, which looks a little different than what his normal casting would look like in the past when he would do healing magic.
Okay. There's a moment of quiet. Except for the gibbering of Wilhelm Can Salmon Ham. Who is gonna roll?
I guess.
Nope, he's
Yeah,
still
he'll go.
gibbering.
He'll go
Do
over
the
and
same thing
inspect
on
him.
him.
Oh,
and see
okay.
how he's doing.
As you get close to him, he reaches out and starts grabbing a hold of you Gollum style to your clothes in a panic and is trying to communicate something, but all it's coming out is and then they all added the bubbles and it's the bubbles and they all have bubbles and their heads are bubbles and they have there's the moon and he's just
Plug him back in.
going absolutely bonkers. Tex was much better at the babbling than I am.
Yeah. Is there any kind of check I can make to try to make sense of it, or is it just
You can make
not
a
even...
medicine check to try to help him and snap him out of it.
Okay.
You've unplugged the hard drive before ejecting.
You try turning him off and back on
Wilhelm's
again.
brain and I plug it back in.
Yeah.
That's 12.
12. Yeah, he's still babbling.
Can I try
babbling.
putting his hand back on the orb?
Sure. Yeah, he's a thin,
Plug-
wiry little dude. You
Pl-
can easily
plug him back into the system and see if it reconnects.
Just drop his hand though. So
Reestablish network connection.
Yeah, drop
Are
his
you
hand.
gonna
That's a good
be
point.
holding
Drop his
him?
hand.
I mean, I'm gonna have to be because he's
No,
not...
just go floop.
If only
We don't
someone in
need
the
to do
party
this
had right
again.
hand.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna have to just...
All right, make a wisdom save.
All right. 24.
24. Okay. While there's a bit of a... You do not succumb to the madness. And Wilhelm goes, "Ah! What happened?" As he takes a hand off the thing.
No, I'm not really sure.
Is this mustard?
Yes.
Okay, good. Looks about himself. Notes the marks on his back, just as Eshna, you are coming back to consciousness, lucid and sane.
Well, I was just trying to help.
What exactly happened?
Well, he looked like he was hurt, and he started bleeding from his ears, and so I tried cure wounds, and I touched his back, and then it went. I didn't know. I knew I couldn't touch the thing. I didn't know that I couldn't touch him.
That's fair enough.
I'm sorry. Is everyone okay?
Yeah. We're okay.
Healing to Eshna, 16.
Yeah, healing.
Thank
while
you.
while we were sitting there.
Okay. Paint me a word picture, pretty please.
Me?
What's the healing magic look like?
So as she's sitting there, her eyes will glow a little bit, and it'll look like electricity coming from her. She happens to be holding her, and going into Eshna.
Okay. What did you see, Wilhelm?
Real quick before, I'm also going to do a heal.
Okay.
Well, it was mainly Wilhelm, Eshna, and the other druid guy, Tyne, were injured, right?
Tyne's fine.
Got a little scratch on the back.
Yeah, he's a little. He's gotten like he's a level 9, so he be fine. But if you want to heal him up, you're more than welcome to.
Well, how about Wilhelm? How bad is he injured?
I think you did 20 to 30 points of damage to him. So he's a little banged up.
Okay. Then I'll do a mass cure wounds.
Okay.
And Anarian just kind of stands there casually and then just kind of like stomps his foot on the ground, and a wave of purple light just cascades through the floor and just kind of like works its way up. Those who are standing nearby.
What have you found, Wilhelm? They found it. They have found the spell. And for the first time, a genuine look of alarm comes over Lady Matisse's face. What else? I was able to find a little crack in their defenses. I was able to slip in, and I saw things that made me very uncomfortable. They're the ones who are keeping you from casting the spell.
What spell?
He turns, and with wide eyes, he goes, Wish. The great cheat, surpassing all rules of the arcane. They're the ones keeping you from casting Wish.
And they have it? They have that Wish spell, or just a spell that's stopping?
They're using the Wish spell. I'm sorry, I'm doing a poor job of explaining this. They're using some powerful entities, these primordial beings, to ensure that no one can cast Wish. And they're in Nazi.
So, you're trying to cast Wish then? That's what you're doing in this tower, doing all of your studying?
It was one of my projects, yes. But every time I cast it, it was countered.
Then perhaps we can make a deal. If you allow us passage to the Spellbreakers, we get what we need, and then we take on the Chain Circle. We stop whatever's preventing you from making your wish.
She starts to say something a few times. Let me have your answer in the morning. This is picking a fight. I must consider the implications. I must consider every outcome.
Of course.
Where is your wizard?
It's an excellent question.
Philo, you hold noise suppression headphones of a kind and a make in your hands, and you feel the presence turn towards you. I have need of you, wizard.
Okay. Do you want me to come out there?
Yes.
Okay.
You turn and walk away. Behind you, Lorwyn. You return as this warforged of dwarven make, this old crunchy warforged, has a puzzled look on his head, on his face. And you can see that he's got various pieces of your face deconstructed, and other parts of, like, you know, your jaw is kind of gone, and various parts of your scalp that would be used for the facial expressions and the like, all have been kind of carefully removed from your face. And he goes, I do not understand. This is more complex than I thought. Tell me, what is this? And he starts pointing out various parts, and he's been trying to, like, rearrange the pieces. Sorry. To form, and he indicates a conjunction of basically code and the like. What do you do?
Lauren peers over and looks at it and says, I see nothing.
Roll deception.
A 4.
Sonari also looks at you. A bit confused. Well, you see here, there is, something. I don't understand what I am looking at. And his head is bowed over the work. And he's not looking right at you. This doesn't make any sense.
He takes another step and looks closer and looks down at it, pointing to what doesn't make sense.
This scripting. It is an unfinished sentence of some kind. It is not in a language I understand.
Leave it that way.
As you say.
It's best that you don't change it.
As you say. Who am I to judge, eh? The filigree and the... begins to look a little nervous. Roll an insight check.
Not your perception.
No. But Sonari can also roll an insight check.
Okay.
Or give you advantage.
I don't know her stats, so she's going to give me advantage. Not 20.
Okay.
Yay.
He's lying.
He's lying.
Why would he do that?
How evident is it to me that he's lying?
With a 20?
Yeah.
Very. He's got half the picture. And you can see as he looks towards you. He's trying to peer into your head, but be subtle.
Mask
about
is
it.
down.
Yep.
Where? Interesting. How far have you gotten? This is brand new.
Well, if we are to give you the ability to have facial expressions, if everything goes well, we should have results maybe by tomorrow.
He places his hand directly on the piece that's missing from his body. I'll keep these with me.
You guys lock eyes for a long moment. Of course.
It's easy enough for me to put it back on. And then he takes them, put his hand, but for some reason this time, the mask changes.
Okay.
It now switches certain positions. And it now becomes a little bit more sleek. As he just puts his hand underneath the hood and comes back, and and everything forms into one. It now has filigrees on the outside of small leaves that go on, and his cheekbones are softer, more human, and his eyes used to be larger sockets are now more closed into a finer eye formation with slits and tears. And the mask no longer has straight up teeth bearing, but almost looks like lips were trying to form under it.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's like it seems things have changed.
Say again. Sorry.
He looks. He see his hands come down, and now with his like eyes that he now has can perfectly point out where he is looking. he's looking directly at, again, noticeably into the eyes of the Warforged in front of him. It's like, it seems everything that you know may have just changed.
Of course. And I would be remiss if I pried into your personal life. I apologize if I have overstepped.
Do you really?
Of course.
Then I'll take you at your word.
You leave him shooketh. Also, hello, everyone. Diana.
Take a sec. Take a do your thing. Yeah, take a do your thing.
He returns to his work.
How far did you get in the emotional standards? His voice, his tone has now become very monotone towards him and sharp.
Okay.
He's also communicating with Sonari. Remove your trust.
There's a moment of looks, assesses you, and kind of nods without him being able to see.
Mm-hmm.
Then you watch her look about and raises a questioning eyebrow.
And then something comes towards Sonari that doesn't sound like his normal echo of thoughts to him. It sounds more of a softer but high-pitched tone, being like 20. And then it says 15.
And that's where we're going to call it for the night. Chat, thank you so much for being here. And Diana, thank you so much for the raid and all the amazing people who have raided us today. We are getting into some interesting stuff. Critical Dice, Vex Wild, Shane, of course. We will be raiding over to Shane, who is going to continue on in the subathon that Shane is currently graciously paused to join us here. So Shane, go ahead and start getting all of that set up as you need. And we'll be raiding and putting everyone back over there to enjoy the subathon more thoroughly.
Can I say my goodbye now so I can pop out?
Yes, please do.
Cool. Hi, my name is Shane Whalley. I'd love to meet you all. I'll see you guys in a few moments. You can find me on all social platforms as Shane Whalley on Twitch, Shane Whalley, which you will see in a bit. And Lauren right now is going through something that you'll have to wait till next episode. He legit cannot say anything right now to you guys about it.
Excellent. Everyone should absolutely go follow Shane Whalley. Yes, I'm very excited to see how this develops.
I will pass this over to Taylor. I'm gonna log off and I'll see you guys in a few moments. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Eyebrows. I'm really curious what he's gonna say. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master and writer of the LARP Heinefall. Check us out at heinefall.com. Eshna freaked out and attacked everybody because she was just trying to help. And even though she just woke up from being put to sleep, she's tired and wants a nap and has no idea what's going on and feels like she was one step closer to being like, I'm where my husband is, and now getting messages of like, they're all over there, and I'm like about to flip a table. I'm so angry. I'm like, where is he? I am upset. I am so mad. So that's where she is. She's going into her own sort of madness, trying to chase her man from one side of the globe to the other, from the earth to the heavens above. She's going insane. I'll pass it off to Dorky.
Give me just a second, Dorky, as I switch some windows over real quick. And that will do. Go ahead, Dorky.
Hi, I'm that Dorky cosplayer. I'm stressed. I feel the same way that it's like, okay, where where do we need to go? Especially with the message being help, that kind of set her into a very worried state, even if it's not her dad who's sending the message, it still means something bad is happening with the Jinn. Enough so that knowing Jinn to be pretty prideful, that they're sending out a request for help says volumes. And also pretty pissed off at two individuals in the party, thinking Philo just didn't care, not knowing obviously about the hearing situation, but especially because Laura Wynn just left. Like, she's like, that's not cool. Like, that's not okay. So lot of emotions. So I'll go ahead and pass it off to Ben.
Hi. I'm Ben Brainard. And I'm skeptical. I play Thylo Match on the internet. And that's also where you can find me.
Anything else?
Why is he counting? Sorry, Jake, you can go.
Hello, I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I play Anarian, the fallen ASMR Twilight cleric, who almost lost it and legitimately tried to kill Eshna. That's cool.
Thank you for not doing that.
You got
Thank you
it.
for being
Love
a
you.
friend.
I'm just gonna sit here and stroke my beard that I now have.
Yeah.
That's Wilhelm Can Sabbathab.
Thought maybe that learning that she wants to cast Wish was a pretty good bargaining chip to get them. It was a little bit of leverage in a situation where she does hold all the power. So might be a step in the right direction for them. Taylor, have you gone yet? Yes, you already did, didn't you? Am I the last one?
I think it's back to me.
Yeah.
Well, gang, couple of announcements. First and foremost, there is I have been invited to Comic-Con, Indie Comic-Con, to speak on a panel with Nomad, and I'll be running a few games through the Crit Awards at Gen Con coming up on the Friday segment. If you like these campaigns, we have 3 weekly streamed campaigns, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, with a rock star of various content creators. Our latest addition has been the amazing Quincy from Quincy's Tavern in our Void Scourge level 20 campaign. And if you like optimized combat with crazy Treasure Planet meets Fey Wild astral adventures, head over there. If you like westerns, then head over to Windfall. And of course, this is our epic fantasy campaign, Terraform, on Tuesdays. If you want to get caught up, you can head over to the YouTube Jake and Feffers, and if you would like to join our community, you could head over to the Discord. I think that's it for announcements. You're all amazing. I'll see you Thursday. We're going to be raiding Shane. Everybody pile in and flash those pine cones and show him some love for me. And hey, give him a follow. He's pretty amazing. And I hope you all have a phenomenal rest of your evening, my friends. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we are raided. And the